Okay, so good morning. Today we will proceed with the quotient rule. So there's one quotient rule, but we will be talking about two variations of it. Para po we can avoid yung tinatawag nating negative exponents. Na po. So the quotient rule is the reverse process of the product rule, no? So as a recap, no, yung product rule na tinatawag natin, halimbawa it's x squared times x to the fourth. No, we already know that if we apply product rule, you copy the base and add the exponent. So 2 plus 4 is 6. So yung quotient rule naman natin, no, pwede mo siyang i-imagine like this one, no. If your given is x to the 6th power and you divide it by x to the 4th, no, alam naman natin na ang division is the reverse process ng multiplication. No? So, kung nag-multiply ka ng x squared sa x to the 4th para maging x to the 6th, kapag dinivide mo ang x to the 6th by x to the 4th, the result will be x squared. No? So, kung mapapansin nyo, if you have 6 and 4, to arrive with the quotient, all you have to do is to copy the base and subtract the exponent. 6 minus 4. Okay? So, yun po yung main idea ng quotient rule, no? Kaya lang, kapag nagsusubtract ng exponents, there will be times na meron kang exponents na magsi-zero o kaya naman ay magne-negative. So, in those cases, i-discuss muna natin yung mga ganong kaso. So, the first one is the zero exponent rule, no? So, kung babalikan natin, ito yung napag-usapan na natin bago tayo magpunta ng product rule, no? So, sa zero exponent rule, any number raised to 0 is equal to 1, no po? So, bakit? For example, if we have x to the third power, sige, gawin nating number, no? So, 7 to the third power, you know that this is 7 times 7 times 7, diba? Pero kung itong 3 na to ay mag-0, matatanggal lahat to ng 7 na to, 'di ba? Kasi wala kang ginamit or hindi mo ginamit yung 7 as factor. But if you still recall yung ating yung any number has a factor of 1. No, so kung ito man ay 7 times 7 times 7, may hidden 1 siya diyan, hindi lang na sinusulat. No, so kung mawawala man itong maging 7 to the 0 power raised to 0 power siya, ito yung mga 7 na to mawawala. Pero may matitira kang 1. So that is how exponent or zero exponent rule came about. Then for the negative exponent rule, no, negative exponents in the numerator get moved to the denominator and become positive exponents. No? So bigyan natin ng example na medyo familiar na kayo. So kung matatandaan ninyo sa lesson ng scientific notation, no, we have base 10, and at times there will be positive exponents, there will be negative exponents, no? So kunin natin tong mga katumbas nito. 10 squared is 10 times 10 times 10, which is equal to 100, diba? And 10 raised to negative 2, kumbaga kumbaga may 1 kasi yan 1 times 10. Lagyan natin to ng 1 times 10 para makita ninyo yung scientific notation. So, 1 times 10 raised to negative 2, no? So, we move the decimal point of 1 2 places to the left. No, this one will be equal to 0.01. Na kung isusulat man natin in the fraction form, this one is read as 100ths. Okay? So, hopefully, makita nyo po yung pinagkaiba, diba? Yung 10 squared is 100. Yung 10 raised to negative 2 is 1. Ito yun, yung 1 na yun. 1 over 100. Okay? So, kumbaga, itong 100 na to, pinalitan mo lang ng x. Okay? Yan. So, pinalitan mo to ng x. Kaya, pagbaba niya dito, positive na yung exponent natin. Okay? So, negative exponents in the denominator get moved to the numerator naman and become positive exponents. No? So, always remember that only move the negative exponents. No? So, for example, we have here number 1, x raised to negative 3. No po? So, unang-una, alalahanin natin na lahat ng number or variable may factor na 1. No? So, may 1 siya dyan. So, ibig sabihin, kung may base man ang negative 3, ang base niya lang ay yung x na yon. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung 1, maiiwan siya as a numerator. Sa numerator, kasi whole number siya. No? So, sa numerator natin siya iiwanan. And x cube will be on the denominator. No? So, siya lang ang ibababa natin dahil siya lang yung base ng negative exponent. So, same with number 3. Imbes na 1, naging 9. So, 9 lang yung may iwan sa numerator. And x raised to negative 2, magiging positive 2 na to. And mapupunta siya sa denominator. Okay? So, for number 4, ganun din yung case natin. But instead of having a numerical coefficient, we have another base with a positive exponent. No? So, kung positive naman ang exponent niya and wala naman siya or talagang whole number siya or whole number, wala siyang denominator, no? So, may maiiwan siya sa numerator. So, for this one, we have x squared over y squared. Y squared lang ang ibinaba kasi siya lang yung may negative exponent. And for number 2, buo po siya, no? Buo siyang naka-raise sa negative 2, unlike nitong mga to, no? So, naka-parenthesis siya, saka siya naka-raise sa 2. So, ibig sabihin, isang buong yon mapupunta sa denominator. So, it's 1 over the quantity 9x, no? Then, negative 2 will become positive 2. So, kung matatandaan yung power rule, pwedeng i-simplify nyo pa po ito further, no? So, we have 1 over 9x raised to the second power will be 81x squared. Then, for the last number or last example, ito yung sinasabi kanina na kapag po yung may negative exponent ay nasa denominator, dalhin lang natin siya sa numerator, no? So, lahat ng may positive exponents, as is siya, kung nasan man siya, numerator man siya or denominator, no? So, since y cube lang naman yung nasa denominator or y raised to negative 3 lang ang nasa denominator, dalhin natin siya sa numerator and the exponent will become positive. No po. So, bakit natin to medyo finast track? Kasi ito po ay preliminary lang naman nung ating gagawing pag-divide. And there are cases na pwede mo namang iwasan na magkaroon ka ng negative exponents. Okay, so let's proceed with the next slide. So here is the quotient rule for exponent. No, so if m and n are natural numbers and those are the exponents of your similar bases, all you have to do is to copy the base and subtract the exponents. No po. Now this subtraction of exponents, gagawin natin siya in a way na pwede nating avoid yung negatives, no? So, gamitin natin tong unang dalawang example natin, no? So, for the first one, we have x to the 7th over x to the 4th, no? So, x to the 7th divided by x to the 4th power. Sabi nga, copy the base and subtract the exponents, no? M over m minus n, no? So 7 minus 4, therefore our final answer is x to the 3rd power. For the second example, we have ganun din, copy the base and subtract the exponents. 4 minus 7, dahil mas malaki yung ibabawas mo, magiging negative yung iyong exponent, no? And hindi po tayo pwedeng tumanggap ng negative ang exponent sa final answer. Dapat po naka-ano na siya, positive exponent na. So, to do that, balikan natin yung kanina nating sinagutan. Okay? So, x raised to negative 3 is the same as 1 over x raised to the 3rd power. No, so kung mapapansin niyo, pwede namang ang gawin natin is dito na tayo sa denominator mag-subtract. 'Di ba? So para hindi na tayo tinaas mo doon, nag-subtract ka tapos ibababa mo ulit. No, so para mas madali, ang gagawin na lang natin, kung ano man ang numerical dito ng numerator, may iwan na siya. cancel the base of our smaller exponent, then dun ka na sa larger exponent mag-subtract. So therefore, our final answer is 1 over x cubed. So, para po meron kayong pattern, ito po yung pattern natin. So, sa quotient rule, ito lang talaga siya. No, quotient rule yan. Subtract m minus n. Pero para ma-avoid yung, o maiwasan natin na magkaroon pa ng negative exponents, kung nasaan po yung location ng greater exponent, dun ka na lang mag-subtract. No, so kagaya dito, dahil po ang greater exponent is the denominator or yung exponent ng denominator, edi doon na lang tayo magbabawas, no? Doon natin ilalagay yung base and doon na lang din tayo magbabawas sa denominator. Okay, so let us have a few examples. So for the first example, we have a raised to the 10th power over a raised to the 4th power. So a to the 10th divided by a to the 4th. On this case, una nating i-identify nasaan ba yung greater exponent. Siya ba'y nasa numerator or denominator? So, if you answered it's in the numerator, you're correct. No po, numerator. Ito, nasa taas. Numerator. Okay? Kumbaga, ito yung m. Then, this is the denominator. Denominator. And, kumbaga, ito naman yung n natin. Okay? So, copy the base and subtract the exponents dahil mas mataas naman ang numerator or mas malaki yung value ng numerator kaysa sa denominator. So, dun tayo sa numerator mag-subtract. So, it's a to the 10th minus 4. Ayan, a raised to 10 minus 4, no? So, therefore, our answer will be a to the 6th power. Next, for number 2, ayan, may solution pala ako. Sorry, typographical error po yung answer doon. Okay, then for the third one, x to the 5th divided by x to the 7th. Identify natin yung kung nasan yung greater. No, ang greater ay nasa denominator. So, ibig sabihin, tanggal na yung base na to. No, ang lahat ng base ay kokopyahin na lang sa denominator. So, it's x to the 7th minus 7 minus 5. Anong matitira sa numerator? So, kagaya po nung una nating example, kung ano yung numerical, diba? Kung ano yung numerical dito. So, it's 1. Okay? So, 1 over 7 minus 5 is 2. So, x squared. Okay, so another example. So, we have numericals na po, no? So, pag may numericals na tayo, lowest term, no? Or kung evenly divided naman siya, or pwedeng i-divide ng sakto, edi, gano'n na lang ang gawin, no? So, Maallen-man method, pwede nyong i-apply. Ako, personally, ang preferred ko is to express the fraction in lowest terms. No? So, if we have here 8 and 2, both are divisible by 2. Diba? Kasi sa table lang 2, makikita mo yung 2 at saka yung 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Ayan, no? So, parehas. So, 8 divided by 2 is 4. Sulat ko lang muna siya dyan. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. Yan. So, okay na tayo sa numericals. Doon naman tayo sa mayroong variables, no? So, nasaan yung greater exponent? Doon na lang tayo mag-subtract. Tapos, so, if we have x to the 4th and x, syempre, greater exponent yung to the 4th power. So, doon na lang tayo mag-subtract. Drop na, kumbaga, itong base ng x. So, x to the 4th, 4. O ano yung exponent nito? May hidden 1 siya dyan. So, isubtract natin. Therefore, our answer is 4x to the 3rd power, no? So, dahil naman 1 yung denominator natin, drop na natin yun. Wala namang magiging effect siya sa ating final answer. Next, for number 4, we have 3z cube over 9z to the fifth. No po. So again, numericals, express it in lowest terms. So 3 and 9 are both divisible by 3. No, so table lang 3 kasi sila parehas, no. So 3, 6, 9, 12, blah, ayan, multiples sila. So divisible by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1 over 9 divided by 3 is 3. Then, let us identify nasaan yung greater exponent. So, since the greater exponent is in the denominator, we copy its base and the exponent. Then, subtract mo yung smaller exponent. Okay? So, therefore, our final answer is 1 over 3z to the second power. So, magkamukha yung z at 2 ko. Ayan. Okay. So, I guess we have one last example kung hindi ako nagkakamali. So, for our last example, we have ito, medyo ano lang to medyo pahaba lang ang effect niyan. So, 5 times 5 times 5 ang ibig sabihin nito. Simplify muna natin. This is 125, no? And 3 times 3 times 3, this is 27. No, 5 times 5 times 5, 3 times 3 times 3. Next. So, since we have here combined bases, no? So, base to base ang tingin natin. Unahin natin yung base ng A, no? So, sa base ng A, nasan yung greater exponent? Bilugan na natin para hindi tayo nalilito. And therefore, kokopihin lang natin muna siya. So, a to the ninth. Then, subtract mo yung smaller exponent. So, we have minus 3. Sa base ng B, the higher exponent is in the denominator. So, copy lang din natin siya. B to the 6th. Then, subtract natin yung smaller exponent. Okay, so therefore, our final answer is 125 a to the 6th power over 27 b to the 3rd power. Okay? So, kung anumang method yung nais nyo gawin, no? Ito kasi ay, itong method na to, again, we just use it para hindi ka na magkakaroon ng negative na exponents, no? So, syempre, dahil dun ka sa greater exponent magsusubtract, hindi ka na magkakaroon ng negatives. But be careful sa placing ng base mo, no? So, kung ang greater exponent ay nasa denominator, place the base on the denominator. And if the greater exponent is in the numerator, place it in the numerator. So, one last case. Paano pa nagkakaroon ng zero exponent? No, bigyan natin ng example. Dagdag ko lang dito sa dulo. Let's say we have 10 x to the 4th, y to the 5th, over negative 2 x to the 4th, y squared. Okay? So, express natin to in lowest terms, no? Dahil may isang negative, edi negative na rin ang fraction. So, 10 and 2 both are divisible by, if you answered 2, then you're correct, no? So, 10 divided by 2 is 5. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So, pwedeng ilagay natin, pwedeng hindi muna. Sketch pa lang muna to. No? Then, x to the 4th and x to the 4th, no? So, mapapansin nyo dito, diba? 4 minus 4, kahit saan ka mag-subtract, the result will be x to the 0 power. And kung to the 0 power siya, this will mean 1. So, kahit saan mo siya ilagay, 1 pa rin yan. No? Then, y to the 5th divided by y squared. The higher exponent is in the numerator. So, yun lang kopyahin natin. Then, subtract the exponent of the denominator. So, writing our final answer, wala namang kasama sa denominator yung 1. So, drop na natin yung 1. Our final answer is negative 5. 5 times 1 is 5 pa rin. Y to the 3rd power. No, so, always remember, no, yan yung kinakancel na kasi ang sagot naman ay magiging 1. Pero kung halimbawa, yan, no, you have to put 1, no? Kasi yun lang naman yung answer mo. Pero kung halimbawa may iba ka bang factors, no? Halimbawa, x cube y over x cube. Example 7 to. To example 8. No? Ito lang ang makakancel mo. So, ang matitira ay y.